Hey everyone, Anthony Fantano here, Internet's busiest music nerd. Hope you're doing well. And let's talk about the flip, the remix of the song This Is America by Childish Gambino, the song This Is Nigeria by Fowls. Before I get too deep into this, I want to shout out our sponsor, the good people over at the Ridge Wallet. They put out these nifty little metal-plated minimalist wallets held together by a sort of rubber band strap. They hold all your cards in there nice and neat. If you'd like to pick one of these suckers up, hit up the link down there in the description box. Use promo code FANTANO, 10% off. And yeah, that's all you need to know. All right. Now, months ago, Childish Gambino drops this song, This Is America. Great track. #1 song in the country. And one of the great things about that song is that, sure, lyrics cool, music video cool, instrumental great, all that stuff is good. But one of my favorite things about the track is that it has such an easily replicable template to it. You know, you could easily just pull out America and put in any other location or country and whatnot. I mean, even that horrible comedian Nicole Arbor did like a McFeminism version of the song. Again, not a feminism, but a McFeminism. Very like, you know, surface level in terms of the tone and the politics of the song. And it was really cringy, and the internet collectively threw up as they saw it. But one of the great things about the track is that it's so easily replicable. You could apply the template of the song to wherever you may be. And dozens and dozens and dozens of artists have done that. Just the other day I saw, it was kind of short. It wasn't a fully fleshed out video, but I saw a This Is Italia on YouTube, literally an Italian version of the song. But one of the more popular iterations of this video has been this Is Nigeria video, this Is Nigeria version. And for good reason, because, I mean, not only is the videography on this particular remix great, you know, the background dancers, the acting, the sets, the props, the social commentary as well. On all of those factors, this video is easily one of the best versions. You don't even really need to be from or know much about Nigerian politics to sort of understand exactly what Fowls is getting at with the track. And I think the commentary of the song might have been a little too hard-hitting, because now the track apparently has been banned by the government for, I guess, national broadcast. Obviously, Nigerians can still go on the internet where the video currently has millions and millions and millions of views. But it can't be played on radio. It can't be broadcast on national public television and that sort of thing. And I love their reasoning over here. It's a few different things. So apparently they take direct issue with the song's lyric, This is Nigeria, everybody be criminal. The Broadcasting Commission also says the line is, again, vulgar, cannot be aired, and there was also some pushback on the video from the Muslims' rights concern, saying that the portrayal of these women dancing in a choreographic way in hijabs, that depiction was negative and had the potential of causing religious crisis of unprecedented dimension. I can't so much speak to that, but what I can say is, I mean, This Is Nigeria, everybody be criminal, is really one of the more vanilla lines and points throughout the entire video. But here's the thing. If the government doesn't want people to the societal critiques in the song, it's easy to just sort of pick a line that if you misconstrue it or if you decontextualize it, you can frame it in such a way where it might offend people. Your average person might think, well, I'm not a criminal. Well, I haven't done anything criminal. On top of that, you're going to throw a line out there saying, well, this can't be aired. And again, it's a decontextualized critique without the rest of the song and maybe even the music video there. It doesn't really make much sense. It doesn't really hit that hard. And people might not, after hearing this news, think that there is anything really that substantive in the song, and that they're not really losing out on the song being banned because, well, you know, that's not really a that salient of a point. That's kind of a broad brush generalization, isn't it? But this is exactly the way that governments and organizations that are in power go about preventing people from having the types of discussions about the problems where they live that they need to have. The government knows that if they're overtly banning something, that they create a taboo around a particular idea or subject or argument, that it's only going to drive more interest in that particular thing. If they can ban something for being too offensive and merely sweep it under the rug as just simple vulgarity that isn't really trying to say anything about anything, then there are going to be less questions. And don't assume that just because we're having this conversation here about the ban of this song, that this is not something that has happened in Western countries before either. I mean, there was a time when it wasn't considered decent in the UK to be airing God Save the Queen, even though it was a very popular song back in the day in the UK. And in the US over here, I mean, we have a very different mechanism by which we kind of prevent these ideas and opinions from bubbling up. We tend to, instead of preventing people from making the types of statements that Childish Gambino was making in the original This Is America video, instead we swap that out with, oh, hey, you know, just pay attention to this totally poppy, substanceless, meaningless pap that doesn't really say anything about anything. It's just kind of ear candy. I love the fact that This Is America goes against the general narrative that seems to be hammered into the heads of music listeners and musicians alike, that political music can't sell, you can't make political music, it doesn't have a future, political music, you can't make a living off of political music, and so on and so forth. You can't get a #1 song with political music. But This Is America proves that exactly to not be the case at all. Like, look, you can have a message in your song, and if it's a message that resonates with people, people will take to it. People will agree with it. However, the song has to sound good. You know, you can't make a political song and the track just flops because the flow sucks, or the production sucks, or the melody sucks. And I think, unfortunately, there are a lot of people that make political music that sort of put the message over the sound of the music, and their takeaway for not getting as much popularity as they would like to have out of making a statement that they might feel passionate about is that, well, there's just no market for it. Honestly, I think there's a huge market for it. A lot of people in this country are hurting, they're suffering, they're struggling, they're wondering why the system is so broken and so dysfunctional, and they're waiting for someone in a position of influence to validate that struggle and validate that confusion that they're feeling over, again, just how dysfunctional the world that they're living in is. And if somebody can kind of reach out to them and let them know, yes, you're not crazy, your feelings are legitimate, that tends to resonate. The way the mainstream media and a lot of the entertainment industry currently treats a lot of issues that affect normal and average everyday people's lives is just to not bring them up at all. Not to necessarily ban conversation around those issues, but just don't bring them up, don't talk about them, and act as if having a discussion around those things is just outside of the window of normality. In a way, it's kind of like an elaborate form of gaslighting, because if you turn on the news, if you flip on the news, if you look at the top 40, it's rare that you're going to see a song, a segment in anything that actually deals in a subject matter or a topic that would actually improve the daily lives of your average person, like politicians, I don't know, a raise in the minimum wage, ending the drug war, ending violent policing, Medicare for all, getting out of all of these foreign interventions overseas, so on and so forth. That is the struggle that good ideas in this country are currently fighting to kind of bubble up and actually get to the ears and the eyes of your average person. Thankfully, we have the internet. We can throw these ideas out there, and they tend to get a lot of traction because there are a lot of people going online. There are a lot of people using the internet. In Nigeria, I don't exactly know what the demographics are in terms of internet access. I can't imagine that it's on the same level as America, unfortunately. So I think that this ban, I don't know how much this song has been played over in Nigeria over the public airwaves and how much exposure the song has seen as a result of that. But I can't imagine they would seek a ban on this song if they didn't think that preventing it from going out onto the airwaves wouldn't lessen its impact socially. Hopefully, though, this song does continue to do numbers on the internet, does continue to grab attention over there and across the world too. And again, I continue to love this trend that people are using this track to kind of dive into the issues that are going on in their own country, because Lord, we all need that. You know, more of a, I guess, a global consciousness as to why everything is so damn busted. But all right, you're the best. Over here next to my head is another video that you can check out. Hit that up or the link to subscribe to the channel. Anthony Fantano, forever